What do you think that is?
I think that is you simulating masturbation under the desk. That's what I think that is.
Nuh-uh.
Okay. Hey, Kyra, what time is it?
The time is 4:50.
Okay, and it's not picking up on that, but and what time were you supposed to be here?
4:50.
No, what
4:50.
What time did we schedule?
Here's the thing. This is what people try to do with me, and I don't think that people understand. I'm a God-fearing man. A lot of things don't always go our way. We get so caught up in what we want, what our flesh wants. I'm a God-fearing man. I was supposed to be here at 4:50. Who knows what would have happened had I gotten here at 4?
I will
You may
rephrase.
have been happy.
When did we schedule?
We did schedule for 4.
Don't try that slick shit. What is that?
We did schedule for 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Yes, we did.
Okay, because I know you're very adamant on how always on time and shit you are. You know?
No, but I did want to disprove you for a while. I didn't want to disprove you because I got really mad whatever fucking day that was, like a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I did want to disprove you, but it's been a year and a half.
It has.
I
I think it's funny.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
And I just woke up. I'm also mad though, if you think about it.
If you think about it, yeah.
That matters.
I'm not mad at all. So this is not an also. You're mad.
I'm pissed. Yeah, I'm pissed.
No, that's surprising because I know you were saying earlier when I was posting your older clips, the one without the video, you were in a different headspace. So I figured you'd want to express that new headspace. What was the difference between that last lost episode, essentially, versus this one?
A lot.
Okay.
You want to jump into that right now?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of things have happened. I think since that because what time do you know when that was?
I can look it up.
What, like, you know what year it was, maybe?
It was this last year.
It wasn't 2024.
Was it? It was not 2024?
Couldn't have been.
Why not?
24 was bonkers for me. I don't think that I've been here in a long time.
Okay. I'm going to look it up right now.
I'm also bad with time.
I'm bad with memory, so that's why we have written down information. It was 11 months ago.
Huh.
So where were you at mentally and emotionally 11 months ago?
Okay, so that was before I went to the ER the final time.
Okay.
So we're talking about 2024, right?
We are talking about 2024.
And that means that it was April of 2024? If it was 11 months ago? Is that how time works?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roughly.
April of 2024. Let's see where I was in April 2024.
No, do you remember where you were mentally and emotionally?
Yes, but also where I genuinely was will aid in that.
Okay. Well, I guess while you're looking that up,
Mm-hmm.
I do want to schedule a time for this to be reversed and all of that stuff. I know that's going to be hard for you because everything needs to be about you.
Yeah.
But I've had Rachel interview me twice, and I think it would be interesting to have a different person from a different angle approach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Cool.
I remember where I was.
Where were you?
2024. It was. I will tell you that it was. I was in a.
Jesus
how do
Christ.
I put this? I was in a season of
Depression, anger.
experimentation,
Okay.
and there were things deeply rooted
Mm-hmm.
that I wasn't solving yet. But I was like, well, let's try these outside things, and I got to keep this loose on purpose.
Okay.
But I was like, but let's try these other things that are easier to see, that
Can you
are
write it
easier
down?
to achieve. Write down what?
Whatever it is that you can't actually say, so I have a little more context.
Okay.
Excuse me. I've come to realize that this podcast is very strange.
I love it.
Yeah, no, I love doing it as well, but it is such a for me podcast.
And since Jessica Misitano's gone, I finally have the most podcast episodes. I'm so grateful.
She really liked being on the podcast.
I know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and so that was like a level of experimentation
Uh-huh.
to get me through just a lot of things that changed. I told you about this after we did Comedy Typhoon, about like that, like when everything really finally like clicked, and I've just been better. There are still things that are going on that are wrong, but like I've been better.
I would describe the headspace you've been in as far more religious, far more vocally religious.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but not religious. I'm not religious. Just like
spirit, whatever.
Like I hate that one too. Just like in touch, just like more in tune with God.
Sounds pretty spiritual.
spiritual sounds so fucking stupid to me. White women have corrupted the word spiritual for
They
me
also
in my
fucked
head.
up the word woke. I loved woke.
White people took woke and have no idea what the fuck it means. White people can't be woke. How can you be woke to the system that is holding you down if you're a white person? They're fucking idiots. And what's so crazy is that they're like oh, but one of the things that like my family in the South, like my old black family in the South, one thing that they used to say is white people don't hate us, they're obsessed with us. And I go, well, what do you mean? And they go, everything that we do, they want to do it.
Or take it and then...
and then they fuck it up, and then when we go, hey, that's not how you do it, then they go, oh, you don't know, we but this is our thing, like we made this, we did it. And you would never be obsessed with somebody like this unless you really loved them, unless you were really envious of them. Because like I don't walk around wearing fucking sombreros and shit. I'm not envious of fucking Mexicans.
Not at all.
They're cool.
Yeah, well, I'm disappointed.
I'm envious of their dancing. I would love to do that. I watch that and I go, fucking fuck. But I'm not trying to learn the salsa and then act like I made it up and that is that is the nagasa. You know what I mean? Nigga salsa.
Yes. You did not need to clarify. That was the laugh to indicate that I did, in fact, understand the joke.
Nigga salsa.
Nigga salsa. Do we want to go down the white people train right now or do we want to stick with you? This is up to you. 'Cause we can deal with that later. All right. This is the Join the Journey podcast. So slander of whites is par for the course.
It's a dice roll, baby. I don't give a fuck.
Did you hear that apparently segregation is legal now?
Is that really a bad thing?
No. Right. Yes. Ooh, we talked about this in the car.
We did.
And you were against what I was saying.
I've been trying to write a joke about how it should be allowed.
I'm so happy about segregation.
But then I've been seeing a lot of people make jokes about this, and I'm like, fuck, I should have just tightened mine when I had it and put it out. That makes me really upset. But I think the only thing that I don't like is that if white people are saying let's segregate, then it's bad.
That's what they're saying.
I know.
Yeah.
And so that's like the negative side of it.
Why?
Because they do it evilly.
Yeah, they're gonna try to hurt us while also doing
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Like slavery, hot take.
Oh Jesus, Kyron. Okay.
Slavery, I get it. I get it.
What do you get exactly?
I get it. You come here, your family comes here, for some reason y'all got a bunch of shillings and shit or whatever. You're already fucked over to Indians and you're like, brother, let's make money. Let's build this shit. And be like, well, fuck, we don't have anyone to build. Yeah, we do them.
Free labor.
I get it.
I get the logic of. Now, can I say something here?
Yeah.
And that is that I get it in terms of if you take any sort of emotional or humanity thing out of it and you're like, I want free labor, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What I don't get is, all right, well, now we can't have this free labor, but I fucking hate that.
That's what I was getting to.
Okay, go ahead.
So with that, and even with like the mistreatment of it. Now, granted, a lot of people don't know this. We got eaten.
Yeah.
Our teeth was made into jewelry. Our skin was made into shoes.
Yep.
And I'm thinking about just pure slavery times. If you were like a vocal slave, they would like do like public
Sew your
lynchings.
mouth
Sew your mouth shut. Or have you stand in a river because you can't swim.
So proud of yourself.
Have you stand in a river, and then like do like this weird like speech ceremony thing just to like kill you dead in there. Was reading that in the Life and Times of Frederick Douglass, but he wouldn't get out of the river because he was like, I'm not coming out and working for you. But so like with all of that evil.
Can I also say they used black babies as gator bait?
Yes.
Which is crazy to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And did I mention eat us?
Yeah, it's crazy. It is
us.
crazy behavior.
And so that, and then I think that, and I'm not excusing any parts of that, but I'm saying that even if I file it down to the smallest part, I go, that's just like the most extreme example of the Stanford experiment.
Yeah.
And so then when I think of Jim Crow, I go, that is evil, inhumane. Like that's like a foreign thing for us to then be free. And you go, oh, well, no matter what, we're going to give you the title of free, but then we're going to make sure that we go out of our way. And when people say systematically, it just washes over people's like face now. They don't even know what the fuck it means. It's like we are going to, from the inside out, build a system that not only destroys you and your partner and your kids, but your entire lineage. And we're going to create like a bunch of like things, or we're going to give you a bunch of things that are detrimental for your society. We're going to make jaywalking illegal, and you're going to spend 13 years in prison, and then you're going to do free labor there, and that's slavery again. And then while you're gone, we're going to go to your wives and be like, who needs men, right? Period. INDEPE. Right here. Take this food stamps. Take all this money. You don't need them. We're going to destroy the fucking family. And then we're going to make music really popular that makes like all black people hate each other. And then y'all are going to continue to kill each other and never be able to form again. And then sometimes you will form. And then we'll kill every one of your leaders in front of you. But be like, no, you're free. You're making progress. You're making progress. That is diabolical. And then the cherry on top is that we're going to get so far advanced into the future, right? To where you're going to see real like little incremental steps of progress. And then what the real kicker is that we will convince all the white people to be like, see, racism is done. You learn about the bad stuff and now it's done. Therefore, you're still getting tortured and beaten and screamed at and fucking can't get a job and you can't build generational wealth, and all the white people around you are like, what are you talking about? All that bad shit happened this long ago. It is insane. That is evil.
Do you have Netflix?
Nah, but I got everything. I can stream all that shit.
Have you seen They Clone Tyrone?
Yeah.
Oh. A perfect summation of everything you said.
Yeah.
In the most hilarious, entertaining way possible.
And terrifying.
Yeah, it is
and terrifying.
Yeah.
And all the but I think that all people have horrible media literacy. I think we were talking about this. About how like we're designed to have horrible media literacy now. We're designed to like be in our bubbles and believe that the little headlines that we're getting are correct and that they don't need any more insight or like critical thinking to dissect. But it's like, no, we're all like we are media illiterate. And I think that black people suffer from it in a peculiar way.
Okay.
And not all of us at all. But I think that at the ones that we're desperately trying to reach, they just see them and go like, that shit's funny as hell. And it's like, no, but there's like the Boondocks. I got a family member who loves that show but can't tell me shit about the social commentary in it. And I'm like, no, we're supposed to be able to dissect like how this is like holding up a mirror to our culture. And then you could even argue a point that Aaron Magruder doesn't even fuck with our culture. We could argue that Aaron Magruder himself is a coon if you want to really dissect and I'm not saying that that's the case. I fucking love the show, and I low-key love Aaron Magruder.
He's great.
Yeah, but I'm saying that but I'm not hearing any critical analysis of where someone's going like, well, let me argue against this thing, because they're not trying to understand anything. They're just going like, yep, I see that.
Yes, yeah.
Damn it, I got all hotep and shit right away.
Of all the people to talk to, though, I'm the guy to be like, yeah. I don't have a pushback to anything you've just said. I completely agree with you, and I know that bothers you because you like a little bit of pushback.
I do love to argue.
But I guess I think the reason why I don't have much else to say is because I hit a place. We kind of got into it on the car ride up to
but that was nice.
It was fun, yeah.
Yeah.
I also enjoyed Jeff Brumfield as almost a buffer, to us.
Just back there going, damn. Yo, what?
I need to have him back on,
bruh. As we're screaming in the front seat.
I've just hit a place where the words give up or apathetic are not the right words. I accept what they are, and I will now move accordingly. That's just where I'm like, I've hit a point where I'm like, God, and this is including the Latinos, this is including the Asians, this is including the women, white women specifically, this is including everybody in that exit poll. I was so disappointed in them.
Yes,
I was like, oh, this is what it is. Okay, when I see, I've been seeing interviews of like Latino people be like, I voted for Trump and I don't understand. He said he was getting rid of he said he was going to get rid of the criminals. It's like, are you fucking stupid?
Yeah. Sold a dream.
But I guess I'm realizing that I've always known that black people have gotten the brunt of it. It's been so blunt with us. You want me to keep going?
I want to tell you something.
Go ahead.
That okay, I'm not going to disclose where I was.
Okay.
But I was somewhere and I was chatting with a white woman.
Okay.
And then she was telling, not like flirting with her, like we were just having a conversation, because I've been celibate since November 18th, actually. I've been a fucking angel, a little sweetheart working on myself. You should try it.
You judged me, by the way.
About what?
I'm not going to say her name on the thing, but the person.
Right there?
No, the person that we talked about as soon as I walked in. When I brought that person up a while ago and you said, why aren't you doing what I'm doing, Aaron?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm never, when someone's like, hey, I like this person, I'm never like, fuck yeah.
That's sad.
Yep.
All right.
I can acknowledge, yes.
Okay.
Even when I like a person, I'm like, but I don't really think that I do. And then, anyways, so I was having this conversation.
Yeah.
And this white woman was talking about like the politics and how she like can't believe it and how she's so afraid and like all the talking points that white people genuinely, please, I'm saying this. Look at me. It's me, guys. It's Kai. Y'all love me. We love each other. I make you feel safe. Look at my cardigan. I wouldn't hurt you. You love me. Listen, please stop pouring how you feel onto people of color, especially an educated black person of color, because we don't give a fuck about how over you think it is for you, because it's not, and it never has been, and it never will be. White people, I had, okay, moral of the story, I had to look at this woman in the face, and I had to go, you will be fine. And she was like, what do you mean? And I was like, nothing is going to happen to you. I'm like, black people have been through this shit. Black people have never had a candidate where we go like, fuck yeah, and everyone says Barack Obama. Yes, cool, but that nigga fucked up Syria, and that's kind of fucked up, right? But it's like, we have never had a person who we go, oh, all of our best interests are at heart, we're finally winning, we're finally up. Because no candidate can go be like, black people, look, I'm rocking with y'all. I see what they've done to y'all. That has never happened. And they take away everything from us, and they always have, and then they give, what is it, 2 steps forward, 4 steps back. We're going to be fine. Now, is the Civil War going to break out? Maybe. But are white women going to be fine? Yes.
Get ready. I'm going to push back a little bit.
Oh, my God.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
When you say they're going to be fine, what do you mean?
Okay. Say that there's a Civil War.
Okay.
Right? Them bitches are not going to be on the front line.
That's fair.
They're going to be like, oh, my God, I have to make all this. Greg Kennedy has a phenomenal joke. He'll be like, I would have never survived in war. I'd have been with all the ladies picking berries and making avocado. And Greg goes like, oh, my God, the boys are coming. We got to finish the avocado. It's hilarious. So, yeah, okay, they'll have fucking blisters and calluses on their hands for making fucking avocado. They'll be fine. Everyone that's going to die in this war, sure, a couple white women casualties are going to happen. But these people are the cream of the crop in America. You're going to be fine.
Now, when you say, so you're talking about physical violence. That's not, you're not talking about like.
No, I just took it there because it's like clear representation.
Sure. But yeah. When I say, God, don't make me defend white women.
If anything, if all the abortions are gone, they're still going to be the ones that are able to get one.
Fair enough. I hear you. I hear what you're saying.
They're going to be fine.
When I give any pushback on that, it's more that, well, for my podcast, I interview white women about this, and I try to. I can't wait for you to hear Dana's.
I love Dana.
Yeah.
I hope she said smart things.
Woo!
She's smart. She's smart.
She's wild.
Yeah.
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 I had to cut some stuff out.
That's fair.
That's fair. Wild. But when I feel bad for white women. No. Hear me out. Hear me out. You ready? You ready for this?
Yeah.
Isn't this ironic? This is the reverse of what that car ride was.
Crazy.
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh boy, I'm about to word it pretty. I'm gonna use a word that's kind of mean.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yes, in that
y'all wish y'all could see that word. Y'all about to write a review somewhere to fucking see the word.
In that I saw a video about this woman said that white women, the white people, right, they're obsessed with black people.
Yeah.
And because I think they are jealous of this inherent strength we seem to have.
We do have.
Right.
Yeah.
And white women in particular will never feel the sense of inner power. They're never going to feel strong in themselves. They're never going to be able to be with a white man and feel like there's any sort of equality. They're always going to be with black guys, and they're never going to be able to understand a black man in the same way a black woman could understand. They
ruined every relationship I had in Ohio.
I feel bad for them, white people as a whole, in the sense that they are empty as people, and they're empty in their culture.
Wow. I don't know if I'll agree with that on camera.
There's a no, and especially in white American culture, there's an emptiness.
White American culture, without a doubt.
No, not Irish or British or whatever. They actually have a history to go back to.
Well,
That's
Brits-
also pretty horrific.
The Brits taught us how to do it.
Yeah, the British were pretty bad too.
Yeah.
God damn it! Even when I try to give them,
I know.
I think that's the crazy thing. I try
Can
to
I say
give
something
them.
really quick?
Yeah.
And then the thing is that there could be. I'm all about bridging gaps. You know that about me. I'm all about bridging gaps. I implore everybody to read The Cold Within. I can't remember the name of the play. I made Aaron read it.
Read
Yes. It's a very short poem. It's maybe like 12 stanzas. It's The Cold Within, and it's about how selfish we are and how each of us thinking that we are correct in our ideals is actually aiding in the separation or aiding in the divide, the disconnect between the races and the sexes and the genders and all that shit. So I implore everybody to read that. But with that being said, what bothers me is that they'll hear this and then they'll go, ugh, black people again, just fucking blaming us for everything. And then the divide just continues. And it's a thing of where it's like, no, you should really
listen to what the word we're saying.
because like why have you trusted black women with, now granted we're not black women, but why have you trusted black women with your children since before you consider them human beings?
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why have you trusted black women with your precious white children before you considered them human beings? You know what I mean? Why does every entertainer, why does every musician that you listen, why are there a couple black ones in there? Why does this person's song really move you? Why did you feel the need to push back to all your old relatives and talk about how revolutionary, like what Kendrick Lamar did at the Super Bowl was? But then when you do meet other black people that aren't these figureheads, you go, well, I'm not going to listen to you. Why do you do that? Why do you do that? And then why do you not have this like understanding of we are engulfed in your culture? I can't escape white culture.
Yeah.
And so all I'm imploring you to do is take a taste of the other cultures that are around you. White culture was a stretch. I did not mean to say white culture. Please don't wear that as a badge of honor. But I mean to say like white lifestyle.
They have a culture.
White idea.
I think we associate culture with something inherently positive, but no, they have a culture. It's just really crazy and shitty. They have a culture though.
I am just inherently against saying that it's a pride thing. I would not say that white Americans have a culture.
Oh wow! I completely disagree with you.
I know, and I could also disagree with myself. I could
Okay.
argue against myself.
Yeah.
And so I'm not really basing it in anything other than just
Your
like
feelings.
everything around them just gets socked up and then turned.
That is their culture.
Like bingo.
Yeah,
And I refuse to call that culture.
sure. I would call it. It's like a. Did you Pokemon as a kid?
I was too busy getting bitches and having fun.
You remember the character Ditto?
Too busy getting bitches and having fun.
I don't believe you don't.
I remember a girl sucked my dick and she said, "You want to eat my pussy?" And I said, "Ditto."
I've been drinking, so this is palatable to me. You're palatable right now, Kyron.
Hell yeah.
Their culture is in a lot of ways taking, dismantle,
Yes.
then regurgitate. Did you see the white women that were dancing to "Not Like Us" when they tried to? Did you see that? Did you see it?
Probably.
Oh, I gotta show you this. While I look this up, at the same time, you've never lived in the West Coast.
Lived now.
Okay, I'll tell you. Desert whites have a culture. ATVs and Code Red Mountain Dew and garages that are really dirty that always have metal music playing and hats. They always have the trucker hats or maybe a bent, like one hat that they've worn for like 15 years that's
know what
always
you
back.
mean, yeah.
There's a culture. There's an energy. There's a style, but it's just gross and disturbing, and it comes from a lot of horrific stuff.
I view culture as like, it's a fair argument because I guess you can pass that tradition down from grandfather to father to son.
Bologna sandwiches.
There are clothings that can identify that. Okay, all right. I had this argument with Charlotte at Laugh Factory. Leftwich was there, now here. I will say, I'll lay all my pride aside and be like, yes, there are certain white American cultures that people partake in.
Mm-hmm.
And what's crazy is that no one else wants to partake in them. I don't want to watch this anymore.
Doesn't it make you sad? Like, what is happening? Why do you do this?
Exactly what's supposed to. They get celebrated. I wish I'm not articulating things. I think I'm doing a decent job, but I'm not articulating things how I want to. But it's just a thing of where it continues to push the divide. Because, okay, same thing. I think that black people, specifically like anime lovers, have a deep appreciation for Asian culture.
And it's sincere.
Yes. Because we're willing to see your words, try to understand your words, put them into like our vernacular every day. Like we learn about your authors, your creators. We learn about these people. I think that is the difference. And so like when you look at how black people, like these anime nerds and shit, how they will engage in cultures. Like when what's his name died. I never watched Dragon Ball Z, so it wasn't a big deal to me. Boom, right there. So when he died, that was like, people were like, yo, like you made my childhood.
Yeah.
Like I acknowledge you. I know about like your family. I know about your lineage. I know that you were writing these in a fucking garage with a golf pencil. Like that's like engaging in culture and then celebrating it. And then what's so weird is that y'all aren't walking around and like, I can't remember, I don't know the names of any of their guards, but you're not walking around with like the wooden sandals and the fucking floor, which would then just be appropriation.
Yeah.
And so I think that people don't understand the difference between genuinely don't understand the difference between appreciating a culture and then like appropriating it. Like I really love Middle Eastern people. I love Middle East. The first one that Middle Eastern, Arab, Muslim, brown. It's a very big diaspora for me of the types of people that I love. I love people. I have homies but I have homies whose family is from Palestine. Some who are still there. They have active like family members there.
How are they doing? Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah. I have can't say where the first one that I ever loved was from, but she was from over here. And then you know what? You know this. You know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about.
Oh, you know where she's from?
You said you couldn't say where she's from.
Yeah, her father said he wanted to sue me 1 billion times.
Do you think he's gonna watch this?
I don't know, but
okay.
But also, and so like from there, and then to do, I'm not saying where she's from, but I'm saying Chief Keef got a song, and he goes like, "My bitch from Dubai, I got a check, then I flew by, I rode by." That's a song. I wasn't saying shit. And so, like, I just love, like, brown culture. And to the point where, like, I'm going to masjids and, like, I'm practicing. I've been practicing Ramadan for a couple years. And I do iftar. I've done iftar one time with people. It's appreciation of a culture versus appropriating.
If I have to put it in my own words, it's approaching in good faith.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for whatever reason, they're incapable of doing that.
I do think that we also don't give them much grace.
Grace. Okay.
I think that not, and I do not mean this on a large scale.
Sure.
But I'm saying that me personally, you know me, I am the least patient person on the fucking planet. I hadn't seen my friends in like a month and a half. We saw each other. I went to a chicken shack with them for a second. Maybe in the first 6 minutes I got there, I started fucking screaming and arguing with Muhammad, who I love, I like one of my best fucking friends on the planet. Started yelling at this man for some shit. And then, obviously, naturally, we calm down and everything's fine and we have a good night for the rest of the 6 hours we were together. But, like, I have no patience. So I know that I personally don't give people a lot of grace until they surprise me. I want you to show me that you have wisdom in the way you move, that you went out of your way to learn things that you didn't have to learn. My last ex, I told her, I was like, what?
This ex?
No, no. She was great.
Okay.
And I've healed from that. We can put on wax. We can put on wax that the thing that we were talking about in the car, I realized that me solely, was the reason for everything that fell apart between me and her. I was the reason.
Is she aware of that?
No. We haven't talked since, I don't know the date, but since I remember I fucking walked out of that door.
Do you think she'll watch this?
No.
Why not?
She has her own thing going on.
Fair enough.
I think that in whatever ways that, and this also would have hurt me to admit at some point, I think in whatever ways she handled it quicker and with a clear head, because all in all, I was the aggressor. I was the one that degraded the relationship. And then my anger and my lack of patience got in the way of there was an incident. And this incident really should have shown me, Kyron, you brought us here and it's not too late to turn back. But because that incident hurt my feelings, right? So like this incident, she's like, Kyron, you brought us to this point. Now, granted, 2 people play their role in everything. She could have not, whatever, but I would have never learned anything had that not happened. I was like, oh, wait, I broke you down. You're tired. You're tired. And this is what this action was. And instead of me realizing this is a wake-up call for like a perfect person that I have in front of me. Perfect person that I have in front of me. I then got so angry at what you did and found every way to blame you and keep it off of me and then justify every negative and mean-spirited thing that I could say and mask it as comedy, which is like the podcast that her father saw. And I rode with that for a really long time. And it took me a while, and it took a lot of shit to go wrong for me to be like, oh, wait, no. I did this. I am to blame. And it sucks that what bothers me, and I wrote a fucking little beautiful piece about this. What bothers me is that I just want to show her that I know. I want to show her that I grew, and that I grew because of you. This was no act of my doing. I grew
send this
because
to her?
of you. No. But it's like I want you to know so bad. Like I want you to see the progress. I want you to see how I've become like a man. And that's not me excusing anything that I have done then. Like, oh, well, I was young. I was a little boy. No, it's like, no, I thought that I was smart and you knew better. And I've grown, and thank you. And I just want to show you how I handle things now, because it's not perfect by any means, but it's so much better. And I wish that I could have been that for you at that time, because that's what you deserved.
How old are you? Right,
I never do this.
How old are you right now?
I never do this. I never do this.
What year were you born?
I'm a 90s baby.
Okay. You just said something that stuck out to me. You said that you're a man now. I remember when I first met you, and I remember you talking about your mom. And I remember the way you talked about it, and I remember...
She still gets under my fucking skin.
I know. I remember how you were talking about it. I remember your motivation for success at the time. And I remember being an old man about it and being like, and granted, it's annoying because I remember being, for lack of a better word, your age roughly at the time. And I remember hearing the same thing from people in their 30s and being like, you're really speaking to me condescendingly now, and I'm not a fan of this.
Right.
But I remember saying something to the effect that I think you will grow out of whatever the headspace that you were in at the time. And it would sound as though that through this most recent breakup in your headspace now you have.
Not fully.
Okay.
Because I do still want to, and I would love to take that credit and be like, yes, but I still do have the thing of with like, not, it's lessened with my mother because she's trying.
Good.
I just don't, from everything that we haven't addressed from my childhood and all the things that she refuses to acknowledge makes it really hard. My mom and my father both don't like how good of a read I have on them. They don't like it. And when I watch them, it's kind of like we are a culmination of the people that created us. We are our ancestors. And my family, definitely that side, my mother and all of her siblings, there's a curse. There are generational curses that have been plaguing that family. And it doesn't take long. It takes a couple years and a couple like tens of books to fucking kind of just get to the bottom of what's happening here. And I'm not at all to the bottom of it, but I think that I've dug deeper than any of them have ever decided to, honestly. I don't think that my mother or my father, either of them, have had this like really sit down, cry in the shower over and over and over and talk to God and be like, what am I doing wrong? Show me. And then when he presents it to you, you go, oh, fuck. Not do I owe this person an apology. I'm not going to, call that woman and be like, I would love to, but I'm not going to. Like, call her and be like, oh, I'm so yada yada. No, it's just like, oh, fuck. I've now learned. You presented it to me, and I'm not going to fight it. I do this thing wrong. Now, who else have I hurt? Because when I was in this space and time with her, I was friends with other people at this time, and if this was the energy and the weight that I was moving with, and I'm very easy to get along with. I've always been likable. I've always been kind. This. I am. And so the thing is like, but at this time I was so hurt that I wonder what else I let seep out on other people, and I don't think that side of the family has done that. And then my father just has a lot going on. My father has a lot going on.
Why celibacy?
Okay, so main reason. Okay, what's the main reason? There's a couple main reasons. So, this is a great question, and I love this question. It's been asked a lot by people that I think genuinely care about me. The main reason is, I think, number one, I was using it self-destructively.
You were using sex?
Yes.
Okay.
I was using sex self-destructively. And now, you know me. You've seen me out. I love to flirt. I will flirt. If there's one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to flirt. But I've never, and I'm really grateful for this component, whatever God has given me. I've never been sex-driven. Like, I've never been like, oh, I got to go out, and if I don't get pussy tonight, it's a bad night. I've never been that. I am so beyond cool and fine with not having sex with a woman, and I kind of always have been. Now, there are times where I get a little bit of drink in me. I'm doing 45 minutes in a city I ain't never been to. Sure, it would be nice, but I've never pushed for it, ever. And there's no woman that could ever say, ever, that I pushed for sex. If anything,
I like the preemptive, not an anti-Me Too attack. Like if somebody starts accusing you, you can go back to this clip.
oh, it's genuinely, anyone that knows me and any woman that has had sex with me knows this nigga. If there's one thing I love to do, it's ask for consent, because I think that it's like funny. I think that it's like funny to be like in the heat of the moment, because like people, like, you know how people idolize sexual encounters and shit. I'm like, oh no, fuck that. Like, I'm not gonna pick you up and kiss you and take you to the counter and then move to the bedroom, bitch. I live in a studio. Every room is one room. This ain't no movie. I'm going to, in the midst of everything, ask for consent, because there's something about that is just so like funny to me. So like it's the right thing to do, but there's something so. It's just something in my brain where it's like, yeah, we're in the heat of the moment. I know she wants to fuck, but I'm gonna be like, do I have permission to have sex? Like, I love it. Like, I like doing that.
Can I say I do that as well, but not because I think it's funny?
I'm not saying that I do it because it's funny. I do it because it's correct, but I think that it's funny. I think that it's a funny thing to do, to be in the heat of the fucking moment. She already took my clothes off, and I'll be like, well, are we allowed to have sex right now? That makes me laugh. I don't know what it is.
I think I hear you.
Funny.
I have a more cynical take on it, but I hear you.
I am protecting myself.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Yes.
Let's let that never slip. But I think that why I like it is because the way that I'm protecting myself is funny. Like, if she goes like, if anyone ever goes like, Kyron, yada yada, I'm like, bitch, nuh-uh. What? Tell me how I said it. Well, we were in his room and I took his clothes off. I'm like, and did you ask to take my clothes off? And she was like, no. And then what happened after that? Well, then you looked at me and you were like, mommy, is it okay if we fuck? Because I've said this to people.
Yeah. Do you?
I want it to live in your brain. I want it to be hard for you to lie on my name.
Keep going. I'm gonna write a thing.
Okay, well, I'm getting off track. I'm getting back to the celibate thing. I was using sex self-destructively, and not like I've ever had a problem. I don't think I've ever had a problem with sex. I definitely have a problem with nicotine, and losing my temper, getting annoyed. But I've never had a problem with sex. And then the second thing was that there were some lessons that God was already trying to show me through sex and what happens when it's mismanaged. And this comes from, I think, 2 years ago. I can't remember what it was. But then, I got chlamydia, and that was crazy. You remember this story.
Yeah, you didn't need to say that on.
I don't give a fuck at all.
Okay.
Everyone knows that I've had chlamydia. I had a joke about it for a little while. Bottom part. No, I can't get that one. I can't read that one. I'm confused on the cryptic part of it.
I'll write it more better.
Okay. More better. Crazy.
That's a reference to Always Sunny.
I've never seen it.
Okay.
I have. I've seen one episode, something where they like covered in like beans or something. I don't fucking know. A bunch of white people made me watch it in college, and they're like, "This is the greatest show ever," and I was like, "I can't stand it."
It legitimately might be one of the greatest shows of all time. I'm not even playing.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's okay that you feel that way.
I'm gonna jujitsu the fuck out of you, Kyron. Go ahead, keep talking about rape or whatever you're talking about.
Don't do that. That's crazy. Just because I fucking talked about your little fucking show. And so then, so then the chlamydia thing happened, and I felt really bad for the person that I gave it to. She didn't deserve it. And then that was the very first time where, and it was unrelated to sex. Everything, the way that me and God is set up is that he will show me something, and it'll be a warning, because chlamydia you can cure. It'll be a warning, but the way that it affects everyone around you is not a warning, it's a blow. And so I was like, oh, I see now that there are things that I can't argue my way out of, right? And I think that this is important. There are things that I can't statistic my way out of, because you know that I love to do that. Me and Aaron have spent several times, and Aaron goes, you don't ever feel anything. You talk about stats, you talk about numbers. What about like the human life? And my argument, and it still stands, is that it's all quantitative. It is all quantitative. It's just like, well, what the fuck? Who gives a fuck how I feel if I can quantitate that this thing is common or this thing is uncommon? But when you get chlamydia and you give it to a person, that's just shitty. That's just you misusing sex. And so I was like, that's something that I need to realize may have been a problem. That's it.
Do you know about this?
I don't know.
Oh, you didn't know about that?
I don't. Maybe I don't know. But I'm also having a hard time reading it. Like no, but I'm having like a hard time like getting the context. And I'm also trying to answer another question. That
keep
there's
talking.
a lot going on.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Keep
and so those are kind of the two main things. And then I also didn't like. There's no way to. I'm just gonna sound like a dickhead. But it's like it's not good to. Does it feel cool? Sure, sometimes. But like there were times where like I was like crying myself. Like I would cry. I'd be laying down in bed crying
after
and shit.
sex.
Yeah, and the girl's like laying right there and shit, and she sleep.
You never cried in front of her while she was away. You think that would have made her feel bad about her sexual prowess?
Probably. And I don't want them to feel anything.
Sure.
I'm the one that's feeling shit, going through something. I want you to sleep and like enjoy yourself. But there were times where literally we would have sex and then I go lock myself in the bathroom, which I take my shower, I get work done and shit. I take my laptop to the bathroom and I get work done. Genuinely. But then like it's just like I just need to be away. Mm-hmm. And then I just have like this yucky feeling. And then I go to bed. I get to my bed. They sleep. I lay down like this. And I'm like, yeah, I'm about to start crying. and I just cry. And it's like fucking 5 a.m. And then they wake up and I send them the text like, yeah, it was really good to see you. It just like didn't feel good. And I didn't like that in a way. And this is the part that's going to make me sound like a dickhead. I know that women enjoy their time with me. I think you laugh. I'm a gentleman. I'm a hold the door. I don't like splitting fucking bills and shit with you. I don't like paying for everything. I'll let you know that. I've never liked doing that. I don't enjoy that at all. But like, you know, I'll open the door. You'll be nice. We'll have a good time. I laugh. I know people. People know me. That makes them feel fun. We get in somewhere for free. We get a fucking whatever. People like that. Sex is nice. My dick is ridiculously tiny, but the sex is nice. You end up having a good time. And then in my heart of hearts, I know, and I've communicated this to you. I don't want anything. And they go, yeah, for sure. But then what my friends have had to break down to me is that's like an example of you purposely creating cognitive dissonance in somebody else and yourself, where you're going like cognitive dissonance to think something separately than your actions are portraying. So it's like, I want to be healthy, but I vape every single day, all day, right? Cognitive dissonance. So it's a thing of where it's going like, no, but I'm being genuine. And I'm telling them like, get out now, get out while you can. I don't want anything more than this. If you're looking for something more than this, it does not live here.
But the behavior. And
then they go, but Karen, you treat them so good. I'm like, I know, but I always remind them and they go, it doesn't matter.
Is that an example? So to go back to the whole feelings versus facts thing, mm-hmm. Is that an example of that where you are literally telling somebody something, but we're dealing with human beings and human emotions, therefore you then create the cognitive dissonance? Is that an example of what you mean?
Yeah, I think it can be.
Do you feel like you understand what I've been saying when it comes to all of that, or is that still something that doesn't fully click?
No. Yeah, I do understand what you're saying, but it's like the thing of coming around to agree with what you're saying.
Why? Because you've really fought with me tooth and nail.
That's it. That's it. I could argue your side. I could argue my side. And so then just at the end of the day, I just go like, I think that the argument for quantitating is a better argument than for feeling.
Okay.
It's like this gray purple fucking area where I'm just like, yeah, I see it, but I needed to solve this. And by solving this, I think that I had to quantitate and take into account how I felt. But I wasn't leading with how I felt. Because if I was leading with how I felt, I'm fucking crying every night. I felt bad. But it's like, why? What got me there? And how often do men in my position do this? And how often do men in general do this? And what's like the lingering effects of it? You can like look all this shit up. You can look up why someone is doing this. And you can like, I just care about learning more than I care about. And yes, you can learn from your feelings. I know. I can argue both sides. I know.
I can put this into my own words if you'd like.
Sure.
It sounds like while you are still Kyron and you still lead with a more analytical thought process, you have now grown to the place where you use that analytical thought process to analyze your feelings and other people's feelings in a more empathetic manner.
I think I'll go everything yes, but for my feelings. I think I.
So everything but more selfish. More mine is the other people part.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good to do the whatever that like. It doesn't feel good to like know that I don't want to be with the person, tell them, but then show them something different, and then they go like, "But I want to be with you," and I'm like, "Well, I told you fucking 6 months ago, so shit out of luck," which I don't do it like that, but So I think that I'm going like, "Well, kind of know you're feeling bad," and I think that that's something that genuinely made me care.
Whatever gets you to the end result, fine.
Yeah. I know that that's a very selfish view.
So then how do you view me when we talk about these things based off of this new information?
Right, but this information was a long time coming. This was since chlamydia. We've had many conversations since I first got chlamydia.
Okay.
And there are just certain avenues where you put that into the thing, and I go, oh, that doesn't fit here because I have all of this empirical evidence to go against the thing that you're just saying, but this is just how I feel. So that's it. It's like on a different. It's different.
Okay.
I know. And I do feel a lot. I do feel a lot.
Yeah.
And I do feel for people when they are feeling a lot.
Yeah.
But it doesn't move a needle for me. Like feeling a lot of something doesn't make the scale heavier.
Interesting.
It's like, okay, I understand how you feel. I understand that you feel like you want this scale to say 154. But right now it says 168. Okay, well, I feel like it. I'm like, that don't change the fucking scale. So now I understand that you have this real guttural feeling of of what you want to happen to this scale. Now we have to get palpable things that we can apply to make this scale go from 168 to 154.
So is that why you still respect me?
What do you mean?
Because you lead analytically, I lead emotionally. You have grown in connecting with the emotions through analytics. And I process feelings with analytics.
Right.
If I did not have the analytics and the tangible solutions, and I just felt, you would not like me.
Oh, I don't like anybody that just feels.
Right, but this is about me, Kyron. I have the microphone.
It's about me. I have a black one. It's all black.
I gave you that. We could switch it.
The future's female.
Yeah. Okay. What is happening? It's good to see you, by the way.
It's good to see you, brother. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. If you were not that, and if everything was just how the fuck you felt, I can't tolerate people like that. My mom does that a lot, but she does it while trying. Okay, here's the thing: if you were doing it while trying to argue something, my mom does that.
Okay.
And I'll go, Mother, where'd you get this information?
Yeah.
And I break her down with this shit all the time. Where'd you get this information? Did you read this? And she goes, no, but someone on TV. I'm like, okay, and who is this person on TV? And what are their credentials? And what are they yada, 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 yada? I just need people to be intelligent. You're very intelligent. That's why I respect you.
Well, you know that most people are not based off of the last election. Most people are fucking stupid. I've accepted this. Like, they're stupid. You have to be fucking dumb.
But that's not because of the election.
No, I'm saying the election is a very tangible, analytical example that most people in our country are really fucking stupid.
I like this take because I don't disagree with it. There's just a different angle I want to attack it from.
Okay.
You know the Flynn effect?
No, I'm sure you'll explain.
The Flynn effect was something that I think that they started in the 1950s or 60s. And it's when they started studying the broad IQ of American citizens.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
And so the Flynn effect was perpetually increasing by a couple points every single decade.
Okay.
The Flynn effect is the study of the trend of citizens' IQs perpetually going up.
Oh.
Every decade.
Okay.
Right? And I think they started tracking it in, I think, the 50s.
Okay.
We are now in what they are calling the reverse Flynn effect. I think either since the 2000s or the 2010s for sure, we have been declining as a generation in our IQ. And now IQ is not like the end-all be-all, but it is a thing but like if you look at like our attention spans, our media literacy, this like surprising boom of all of these disorders, which I think is really kind of just people coping and placating themselves because they go, well, we have all these words to describe these. I'm like, yeah, but you're also making up words now to describe things that you feel. Let me fix this. Let me fix that statement because that's going to be me being having no patience and grace. We are creating verbiage to cope with the absurdity of ourselves and how we are adjusting to our surroundings. There are a lot of things that are very true. There are a lot of people that suffered from PTSD, that were having a lot of trauma responses in like the workplace and in their relationships, and all of these things are real. But your dog does not need 4 fucking footies to wear out in the fucking snow and then a beanie, and then you don't need to fucking carry him into a movie theater and freak out. That shit we're making up.
Wow. Before you keep going, your Flynn effect, I will first off acknowledge the data, and I'm sure that is very accurate, especially with recent generations, and I assume that's connected with technology specifically. But there are people who are still alive from the 50s who voted for the shit, and and I think, then let me rephrase, they're stupid and they're evil. For example, the people get ready, Kyron. This is my turn to talk, and these are my feelings. I'm so done. I don't give a fuck if you voted for him and regretted it, and I don't care why you regretted it, because the only reason you regretted it is because it finally hurt you.
Bingo.
And I can't. I'm disgusted by it. I'm disgusted by these people. I'm disgusted by every single community I saw in that fucking polling, especially the Latino community. I'm disgusted by the fact that you voted for something that was going to hurt other people, and you knew it was going to hurt other people, and you would have been fine with that. You would have said he was a great president had it not come full circle to hit you. You're stupid for not expecting that to happen.
And you're not analyzing the likelihood of it happening.
And you're evil for the fact that that was your intention of voting in the first place, and that the only reason you regret it isn't because you saw other people get hurt. It's because you got hurt by it. I'm fucking disgusted by these people. Disgusted. Those are my feelings.
No matter how you feel.
Okay, well, let's hold on a second.
Yeah.
I was expecting some pushback.
On that?
Yeah.
Very valid. I'm not saying whether, like, I agree or not, but we line up in a lot of avenues in that.
Sure.
And that's the main thing that I hate about feelings.
Okay.
Can't really offer push. That's why I hate them. Because people do, this is how I feel, and you have to accept it. And I go, no, the fuck I don't. How about we make something palpable so we can argue?
Well, I think that, see, and this is where I guess we look at it differently. Like, for example, if I'm dealing with a Trump person and they feel this way, okay, well, I'm not going to deal with you anymore. I'll disconnect from you. I'm not going to talk to you. There is.
I do love engaging. I do. But I think, and I think this is the main part of where we split off, of that patience and that desire to connect because of that cold within thing. That's my big thing. Like, I'm on the road a lot, not all the time, but I'm on the road a lot, and I meet a lot of middle American people who are really, and this was all before all the stories that I'm thinking about were before this recent election.
Okay.
But all those people that I had met are genuine, decent people that are not that different from us. And I mean that as in we have more in common than we do that's different.
Okay.
And this is all, again, before this most recent election. And there's something that I want the same way that, like, I believe in God. I will never force religion on anybody because religion is fucking ridiculous. I cannot stand man-made religion.
I really want you to talk to Dave Bradley.
I know.
Yeah.
I cannot stand man-made religions in the way that it's, like, been used to corrupt and hold people down and oppress and also fight a billion wars. But when you talk to me, strangers especially, I want them to go like, fuck, that guy was so not any. What is that? Try God? That's fucking interesting. He didn't push that on me at all. He's just a person who's just a good person who also loves God. Maybe, and there's a little fucking thing where they go like, maybe God is good. And then that's it. And then I did my job. I put a little sprinkle and then I move on. And so then I want to be like that black guy who's not like Tom from the fucking Boondocks. I'm not that black guy. But I'm a black guy who is approachable, but I think that's just because I'm business trained. You know what I mean? To where I'm able to be me and be black, but be able to resonate with you and code switch a little bit to your language. Not because I'm your subordinate and I have to. I'm in power. You met me at a show. You paid to see me. I'm in the position of power. We go out to a bar and shit. We're chatting, and then you go, fuck, that black guy was pretty decent. Now, that doesn't make up for all the times that you heard your father call all the people in L.A. during the 80s fucking every slur under the sun, and for that time that your girlfriend went to a college in a different state and a football player sent you a camcorder recording and then blowing her back out. That doesn't take up for all that shit.
Is that a real story?
Think about how many white people probably are racist because I mean, nigga.
Well, they're
There
racist
are
for
white
a lot
men-
of different reasons, but yeah.
There are white men in Ohio that do not like me because I tainted their precious white women. I know that.
But they're not racist because you had sex with a white woman. They're racist before that.
Yeah. But it makes them dig their heels in the soil even more.
Fuck them.
Yeah. Wait, no, hold on, focus.
No. That's where we disagree.
Right. And
Fuck
I'm
'em.
saying, but in that I just won't.
They're your enemy. Fuck them. That's how I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, and what you're saying is beautiful.
And I get you.
And you probably You're probably right. Ultimately, that long term, you are correct. Long term, being empathetic and understanding and graceful, all of that. But this isn't long term. This is my life.
Mm-hmm.
I've dealt with this for 30 some odd years. Fuck them.
Can I talk about the part? This is the part where me and Aaron really disagreed at in the car. And
Okay.
this is the part that I think is the most interesting.
Okay.
And you didn't disagree with the initial statement. You disagreed with, I think, the like unspoken context of it. I was like, the only way for us to make.
Hold on a second.
Okay, that's fine.
You've been moving a lot, so I've just.
You know I move a lot.
I know This has been a fidgety ass episode. Go
That's
ahead.
okay. It is good for retention. The only way that I see us, because our
I like how you're not even talking to me anymore. You're talking to the camera.
this is important.
Okay, go ahead.
Or-
So I'm not important? You can't?
Not as important as the camera.
Okay.
Again, Flynn effect, all of this shit. Me having anecdotal evidence of me working with like a lot of young black kids and seeing their family members being products of the environment that they were raised in, which then just allows the repetition of no learning, no growth, repeated cycles, repeated criminals. If you look at crime anywhere, it's poverty and low education. That's all it is. Poverty and low education. That is all it is. It's not black. It's not white. It's not Hispanic. Whose wealth have they stripped, and then who do they not teach? It's really simple.
Wait. Say it again. Whose wealth have they stripped?
There are people that go like, black people are just like predisposed to be more violent.
Yeah, they're stupid.
That's not the case, but it's beyond they're stupid. Because if in that moment that upsets you, and I'm not saying this for you, but I'm saying like in that moment if that upsets you and then you walk away, I go, no, it's up to me to go like, well, let's talk about the disparaging rates between generational wealth and how our wealth has been genuinely taken from us and then we have been prohibited from making it. That's the first thing and what causes crime.
Poor education and poor wealth, or
Yes.
lack of wealth.
Yes. We have no life floats. People can go up, well, I grew up in the backwoods, poor as hell. Yeah, but you were surrounded by a community of like 20, 25 people, and you knew that one cousin that would help you out and get you a job just because it was you. We don't get this because we're criminals. We're criminals because their great-grandfather got sentenced to 25 fucking years for jaywalking. This is the difference to where he has no wealth to pass down.
What are we disagreeing on?
Oh, I'm sorry. I sort of, yeah.
What are we disagreeing on?
My bad.
My take is at this point.
That wasn't what I meant to say.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. My take is that they were already racist before, and that made them dig their heels in.
I agree.
Fuck them.
And so I'm getting back to the point. My bad. I don't know shit. Yeah, I be doing that sometimes. Most of the time.
Okay.
Damn, stay lean back. I liked it when it was lean back. Okay. The thing that I was disagreeing on was, okay. So I was saying all that to say that we need to join with everyone. There we go. He rolled his eyes. This is the part that we disagreed on. It's really good. That I think that we need to join because of where we are now. Largely in terms of numbers and scale and proxy to America, 333 million people. Every time that we have had a movement, we get killed. And I think that the reason that we watched the LGBTQIA plus and especially the trans movement within that get as much clout as it did and notoriety and basically force every fucking company to be like, oh, hell yeah, we totally fuck with this shit, was because white men were doing it. And so I think that if we want to feel any sense of progress now, we need to dismantle the people that are on our playing field and join with everyone. I think that if black people just go, because everything is moving hyper individualistically. That's been the point. That's what America since the technology boom has been advancing. That's our point. Stay in our bubble. Stay with our tribe. Stay with our people. And the reason that that's good is because we're too busy thinking about the 14 other sexes and races and whatevers to fight. We're too busy fighting them to fight these people.
Can I get some clarification? You're saying that what we need to do is join forces with the Latinos, the Asians, the poor whites.
Not even the poor whites. Anyone on this playing field.
Anybody that,
You're not poor. You have a studio in fucking Chicago. You know?
I'm not white.
But you get what I'm saying? Think about how many white people in Chicago have a studio.
Oh, sure.
Them too.
Sure. Them as well.
Yeah.
We need to put them all together so we can rise up against who the actual issue is, which is the wealthy who are using and manipulating these weird, strange differences against us so they can stay wealthy and in power.
Yes.
Okay.
But the thing is not all those people will agree with you. And that is why we can't join together. So say, for example, that I'm starting this coalition, right? Because by numbers, we're outnumbered. Trans people, fucking my God, outnumbered. Like in terms of just pure size, right? And so if we get these white people, they may not always agree with us. They may go like, look, like I'm down for the good fight because I want to be able to make money again and buy a house like my grandfather did, but I don't fuck with trans people. We gotta be like, nigga, cool, like sure, but that shit don't matter right now because we're trying to get everybody good. There's gonna be a time where you're gonna have to fight for this fucking trans person. There's gonna be a time where you're gonna have to fight for this black person. You don't have to, in your fucking spirit, kumbaya and bring everybody home, but you have to be willing to at least fight them so we all get to live better.
Now, here's my pushback.
And the system has made that impossible.
Here's my pushback. Regardless of the system, if you do that, once you push back and things are better for others, those people who did not change their hearts,
I understand,
will go back to their natural instinct to destroy us.
I understand. But I understand what you're saying. But then if we think about Selma, the Selma boycotts, the bus boycotts, that shit lasted, depending on who you talk to. Some people say 18. What I've read is 13 months. 13 months. So this whole fucking February 28th, nobody buy nothing from Amazon. You fucking idiots, you Neanderthals. That I didn't buy anything, but you're a Neanderthal if you think that mattered at all.
Keep going.
You think that mattered at all? What, fucking 13% of the population saying, I'm not buying anything. They're like, nigga, y'all are the biggest consumers. Sure, don't buy anything today. Tomorrow, you're going to buy 16 fucking things. Who gives a fuck? Who cares, right? Selma took 13 months. And then not only did it take 13 months, the people that were employing these black people as their mamie and as their maids and as their all this shit, they were like, look, nigga, I need you. Look, you're black. I don't really fuck with you that much, but I need you. I'm going to bring you to work. And then all we can hope is that within those 13 months, as they were in these car rides with these people and seeing how they live and seeing why they're fighting the way that they're fighting, that there could be a change of fucking heart. That's all we could hope.
That's a beautiful hope.
And I think and I'll stop there because I don't know if that applied on a grand scale. But I'm saying that yes, those people that go like, well, fuck it, I don't want to do it. But then I also disagree because if people are like, oh, fuck it, I don't want to do this, I'm white, then they can just continue to be white and not be part of the movement.
That's a beautiful hope you have.
You think no matter what, the people that go like, I don't really understand trans people, and then we put them in a fucking camp with trans people, and they have did you not watch Squid Game, nigga? That little Asian, they're all Asian. That little Asian mama that had to be with that trans woman, she didn't understand. They fucking grew together. They understood that it's us versus them. This is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about deep revolutionary shit.
As a person that knows how to write scripts and understands how stories work and shit,
they had to do that, motherfucker. They needed that character.
Yeah. It's that everything you just said, that hope. I think that's beautiful, and I'm glad that you feel that.
I don't have hope.
No, but you're saying you do all that stuff and hope that person... Right, that hope. You do all of this work to try to get on the same page. You use logic. You take away all the humanity part of it just to get these fucking crazy, bigoted pieces of shit on your side so you can dismantle the wealthy.
I don't think that they would join, though. Like, they're not being forced to join. I'm saying that within our camps, there's so much infighting because how we're inundated with only our information. And if you're not 100% with me, then you're 100% against me. And that ideology that has been created by like our media, by all media, is wrong.
And I'm okay with the idea. It's the fact that you said if you're not 100% with me, you're 100% against me, right? That concept. I think that is a very silly concept to believe. We are not 100% on the same side, right? But we're on the same side. There's a hell of a difference between what we disagree about and these crazy white people that literally do not view us as human. We're not all
Aaron,
on this.
And so what I'm trying to grab you at is, and see, and it's what
here we go. This is the whole car ride. This is a whole car ride.
Why the fuck do you think that I am talking about? Why do you think I'm talking about joining forces with the people that don't think that we're human?
Because what you just described.
No, I'm saying that there could be someone in fucking Ohio right now.
Okay.
Let me clear up. And if I did say that, then I apologize.
Okay.
But let me clear up what I'm trying to say. Is that there may be someone in Ohio. I know a nigga in Ohio, a good nigga, good, great white guy. Fucking has literally given me clothes, not off of his back. I wouldn't wear that shit. White people have cystic acne. But But like he had like literally like has given me clothes, has fed me, has taken care of me genuinely. He don't understand trans people. I'm not saying that he's like they should not get married, they should not be allowed in women's restroom. I'm saying he just doesn't fucking get them. But I'm saying that so long as we clear that, because this trans person and that friend of mine in Ohio will never meet, and they'll forever think that they're against each other because there's no understanding. I'm saying that if they get into a coalition, it is possible. I'm not saying get a nigga who goes, no, ban them, and no one, and all the medicine, and all that. No, fuck them. We would never grab them because they would never join.
Sure. I hear your clarification.
Yeah.
And I acknowledge your clarification. It is appreciated, and I understand a little better. Could you hear it in my tone?
Yes.
Do you expect that trans person to be like to take the brunt of explaining this shit to this person?
And so this is beautiful. Okay. In a way, and again, we're talking about like creating like a coalition, a thing. Yes.
Okay. Perfect. So let me get this straight. You were trying to build a coalition of people, the people that are on the not obviously the people that can't be reached, or the people that can't be reached, right?
Right.
We're talking about people that little ignorant views and
they just don't understand certain things. But their heart is in the right fight.
We're talking about them.
Yes.
Okay. And it is the responsibility of the trans person to convince them to understand, right?
For what reason?
I don't know.
Because in the hypothetical, we're talking about for the greater good to destroy that thing up there. And if a fucking trans person goes like, I don't have the energy to fucking explain this, then what are you in the fight for? Are we not all in the fight for a better life? Do you not think that I am tired of explaining myself to white people and to white women all the fucking time? But if the fight is to make everyone else's life better, then yes, nigga, it's my responsibility to explain to a white person why we season our food and why we don't want them to say the N-word to Kendrick Lamar.
Whenever you're 33, I can't wait till you're 33.
But we've built a hypothetical.
We have built a hypothetical.
And I'm saying that whatever, and I haven't heard a solution from you. What's the solution? Fuck them? Then everything continues. That's the point of where you are, where we're supposed to be. Tired and like through with all of this shit. That continues to aid in the divide.
My solution is basically your solution, but more segregated.
So only the people that are like fully fuck yeah, we're fighting the good fight.
Yes.
Y'all are gonna get mowed the fuck down.
Okay.
There's no business owners in that shit.
Okay.
There's no small business owners in that. There's no equity holders in that. There's nobody in that margin.
Okay.
There's a bunch of trans people that don't know how to fucking farm. What are y'all gonna eat? What are y'all gonna eat when they cut off your fucking water? You can't do your GoFundMe. You can't do your GoFundMe and be like, hey, help, I'm trying to tear down the establishment. Please send me $17 this month. You need them fucking farmers. You need them hunters. You need them business owners, because they're like, oh, you guys want to do like, you were not buying, yada, yada, yada. That's cool. I have endless supplies.
You build your community and teach them those things. Stop trying to drag idiots into your community.
You keep making them idiots. It's not idiots. It's just people that are on the fence. Because if I say the same thing.
They stupid. And you know they're stupid. Because you're smarter than them, and you know you're smarter than them, because you feel like you can manipulate them into getting involved in your group.
That's
but
beautiful.
They're dummies.
That's beautiful. I like that. That's beautiful. And I won't offer any pushback on that because you called me smart.
That's how it goes, man. Buddy you up.
But we do agree that if we do go your route, there's no problem just killing those people.
No, because I think what you're picturing is, I think we're picturing different things. So what I'm picturing, what you're saying is the Rainbow Coalition that Fred Hampton tried to build. And we saw what happened to him.
We'll be more equipped this time.
Oh, will we? Okay. Remember when I used Black Wall Street as an example, and you said, no, we can't do that because they'll just mow us all down.
Yes, but I do think that that's different. I think that especially now, I really do. No one has ever in the history of ever had an issue with killing us. No one ever.
They have
no
not.
one ever. And so I think that the Rainbow Coalition, the same way that we could get a Barack Obama type in office again and then just have them be better, it is possible. We can learn from what Fred Hampton did. We can learn from Black Wall Street. I would never take that away from
The reason we have Trump is because we got Obama.
Yes.
What I'm saying is, like what you said with the rainbow, we can do the Rainbow Coalition, but better.
Yeah.
We can do Black Wall Street, but better.
I just said that. I said I agree that we can do Black Wall Street, but better.
Right. What I'm saying is you need to leave these dead weight motherfuckers behind. If you, by this point, I was very patient in 2016. I was patient in 2017. I was patient in 2018, 19, and 20.
I didn't really get into, to be fair, I didn't really get into a lot of the politics until the end of 2023.
Right.
I didn't get into.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Like reading shit.
Sure. What I'm saying, and this is what I'm saying about age, and I know you're not going to admit your age, but like, and I mean, and I'm not trying to be condescending. There's a video with Tupac where he talks about like, you're a black man and you're in your 20s, you're young, your energy, you got, this is your time to do everything you're saying. I agree with because you're in your 20s.
Can I respond to this point specifically?
Go for it.
Statistically, both of us are where we're supposed to be.
Yeah.
You're a bit of an anomaly because you live in Chicago and you have like wildly progressive ideals.
Sure.
But we are supposed to get more tired and conservative with age. That's how it goes. There's a very clear graph of those numbers. Because of course, when you're young and you don't own anything, you're like, fuck yeah, socialism, all of this shit. And I'm not that. But that's where I'm not like that at all. I do participate in capitalism.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I know.
I'm pretty in support of socialism, but that's a whole other discussion.
Yeah, and I'm not in support of it. I just know that I have my issues with capitalism, but I'm like, it's a thing that works and yada, and that's like weird for people my age. But I'm saying like we're supposed to be like socialism and all of this shit and fuck yeah and equal rights, and then you get a wife, and then you get kids, and then you own your land, and then you get moved up in your business and you're making real money, you're in a different tax bracket now, and you go, wait, no, I worked hard for this. I want to keep it. Let's conserve this money. Let's conserve these resources. And then you naturally get more conservative as you age. That's the natural progression of life.
Sure.
I'm saying that disrupting that with the majority of people is far more beneficial in the long run.
So what I'm saying is what you're describing is beautiful.
Yes.
I love it. And I'm glad
but you're not supposed to think that it's possible.
And no, and I think it's possible when you segregate.
Segregate by. Let's define that. Maybe that's poor on me. That's poor debate tactic. I did not define the word that you're using.
When I say segregate, I mean the problem with America is this little experiment that we made, which I don't even like calling it that because the implication is that it was at fair and from the very beginning, which it wasn't. This melting pot bullshit we're talking about, that is too many cooks. We have too many different religions. We have too many different belief systems. We have too many different races. We have too many different histories. We have too many different genders. We have too many different neighborhoods. We have too many different belief systems.
Right.
This is too many different. There's people in the comedy community where you're like, I don't want to be around you. Good. Segregate yourself from them. Don't be around them. I'm good. They're trying to bring back segregation now. Fine. Stay the fuck away from me. Do your thing over there. I'll do my thing over here.
But keep going where you were with the beginning. You're cooking with something, and I don't think that I'm disagreeing with you.
When I say segregation, I don't mean literally I don't want to be around white people. Like I can't have a white person living next to me. I don't have a problem with that.
Tell me what mindset is too far. What white person's mindset is too far. The ones that you don't want to be around. What's their mindset? And I'm talking about not like, because too far is naturally the ones that like will call you a nigger and fucking lynch you.
Sure.
But I'm saying
obvious.
The first step where you go, they're too far. What's the very first step where you go, they're too far to be on the good side?
To be on the good side? I tolerate them in the world we live now. I'm about to write a name, which is why I'm saying this the way I'm saying
Okay.
this. I understand that I live in this world and I have to navigate this world, and that realistically right now I just have to tolerate some of these belief systems, and it is what it is.
But if it came down to it, this person would be the first step too far to not be on your side.
This person would be, I would be like, yeah, let's not let them in our community because they're going to fuck this up. Leave them over there with their community where they have these belief systems, and that's fine.
Right.
Cool. Just leave me alone.
This is really intriguing because you're far more patient than me.
Which I think says about how fucking fed up I am.
Yeah, it does. And then I think I'm pretty optimistic, but I also think that because of all the numbers spinning around in my head, I'm also like kind of cynical. So it's weird to hear like, I guess like if I just take a step back and look at this from a bird's eye view, my like pursuit of which one? Top? Very top? You're good. You're good. They won't. Very top?
This one.
Oh, no. I want to let that nigga in.
Exactly. Right, but I'm not getting mad or aggressive. I don't talk shit. I'm
No,
not.
you got to give me a different example. I wouldn't let that nigga in either.
Why do I got to give you an example? That's a perfect example of like, yeah, no, this is a good line to have of like.
But we agree on that. We don't agree on our overarching. So I want to see where the disconnect is coming. We agree on that. We don't agree on the overarching of where your cutoff is, because I think that maybe I'd be too forgiving with who I would let in.
Oh,
Am I making sense?
Sort of, but we agree. I just showed you something that we agreed with.
Yes. But then I'm saying that doesn't clear up where the line is drawn.
Why does that not clear? That's a clear line.
Because yes, I agree that I wouldn't let him in.
Okay.
But then the reasons that we have for that could be a billion different types of reasons, and then there are like, so what I think I was trying to get at was that if I see a person who clearer than that is a defined line that I understand for you,
that is more clear than that.
Just for you.
I don't think it needs to be just for me. I think this is about democracy and voting. And if I'm to make this little hypothetical thing, like I'm not a dictator, and I understand that I'm tired and I'm bitter, and I should not be the one leading this. But my philosophy of let's not let that happen. But my philosophy of like segregate yourself from the people. Why did we fight so hard to go eat at these people's restaurants? Why? They don't like us. They don't want us around. We don't like them. Stop it with this bullshit. Like, why are we trying to be fucking friendly with these people that don't view us as humans? Why? I'm good. Stay the fuck away from me. I don't understand why that's so unreasonable.
What color is your boss?
My job is complicated, but I'll say based off of maybe where you're going, I'm going to say white, I think.
What color is their boss, the owner of the...
I have no idea.
What do you think?
I would assume white. I'm gonna go down the road that you're going down, which is white.
And so then I want to know, what do you then do there? Because yes, let's eat at a black-owned restaurant, but then you're not giving your labor to a black-owned establishment. And I'm not trying to lead you anywhere, but I really am just trying to ask, now how does it apply itself here?
So what I think would be beautiful is a Black Wall Street again, where that was all black, right? And it seemed to be doing okay until white people came in to destroy it, right? Is that fair?
But then I want to highlight that your idea is equally as insane as mine. Genuinely, can we at least agree that my new Rainbow Coalition and your new Black Wall Street is equally insane?
I will say equally improbable.
Okay, cool. Because we would need the black people that have, number one, the equity, and then also aren't like these like Uncle Tom or like ridiculous.
Right. And that's a very hard thing to find that balance.
To rely on them.
Correct.
To start it, because they're the only ones with the equity.
Now, I guess this would be a question of how did Black Wall Street start in the first place? We would have to...
I don't know.
Right, and I think that comes from segregation. We were segregated, and they wouldn't let us.
But we were... Okay, but now this is huge.
Okay.
Now this is huge, and I'm not trying to be like... tell me, I haven't been trying to criticize black people. I'm not criticizing black people, am I? Okay.
No, you're just being way too patient with everyone else.
Cool. Yeah. I'll take that. Okay. But now I do want to say this, and this does sound, this is a critique, but it's not, is that we had community.
Yes.
We don't have community.
And what? Mm-hmm.
And we don't have
I'm so excited.
The education like we used to.
And what I think would develop that is, I think that Trump is a blessing in disguise, because he is the perfect
a wake up call.
It's a wake up call. The Republicans and the conservatives have every part of the government. There is no excuse anymore. This DEI bullshit. Just say nigger. Stop it. Just stop it at this point. Like, there is no DEI. You control everything. There's no fucking excuse anymore. So what's going to happen is they're going to make it worse. They're going to make it worse. And they're going to make it worse. Black people will continue to survive because that's what we do.
We're cockroaches.
Oh, yeah, sure. We will continue to survive.
We will.
I'll word it that
without
way.
a doubt.
And
we are persevering as fuck. And I think everyone. Sorry. And I think that everyone will want to. Not everyone, but I think that a lot of people will want to see us be like, how the fuck do they do this? As if it hasn't been made clear since the fucking beginning of the formation of this country. But they're like, I want to be with them. And so you're saying that you would grab those people?
What would happen? What's going to happen? I believe is more pressure is going to get put on, and more pressure, and pressure makes diamonds. And black people are great at becoming diamonds under pressure.
Black people love diamonds.
Okay. And I think that naturally, through the laws they're making, through the decisions they're making, is going to naturally segregate us. We will come together naturally as a community because of this, because they're forcing our hands to do that. And then over time, Black Wall Street starts again. And now it's a matter of protecting our borders. I'm sounding just like them. Protecting our borders, protecting ourselves from them this time.
That's my point, that we start to sound like the enemy.
But you know what? The enemy's doing a real good job at getting money and hurting other people and defending themselves and making sure they don't get destroyed. I fucking love Killmonger. Take what they've used and then bring it in. Take the useful shit, bring it in so we can protect ourselves from these people. Because clearly they don't like us. It's fine. Fuck them.
So... And I know that you will understand that what I'm saying is genuine.
Okay.
I don't know how to be perceived on camera, but it's a genuine question that I'm posing to you. We are outnumbered. We're outarmed. And this is as much our land as anybody else's. But I'm saying
more our land than it is.
I know.
But yeah.
But I'm saying that, like, in terms of home game advantage, we don't have it.
Right.
And so I'm saying that with that, anyone can get anything. I believe that in comedy. I believe that in life. Anyone can get anything.
Can you keep it, nigga, or some whatever.
Bingo.
Yeah.
And so I'm saying that this feels like Gaza, where they're like, let's join together. Let's have a community. Let's do this thing. Let's fight back against our oppressors. And everything that I just said about, like, yes, this is our land. Yada yada. I said all these things specifically. And you can get something, but can you keep it? We're watching what happens when the team with the home game advantage looks at the people that go like, we're fighting back. It's not good.
Because they'll kill us.
And so then...
Yeah. Oh, okay. So your Rainbow Coalition, they won't kill us? Interesting.
I'm not saying that.
All right. I'm sorry. Let me. My apologies, because I know I'm being aggressive, because this is a very frustrating issue for me.
It is. But it's also frustrating for me.
What I'll say is... I hear you, and I don't know. I don't have the answers to this.
But that's the solution that you would create.
What the closest thing I can get to, like, how do we get away from this bullshit is segregate ourselves.
But do you think that the analogy that I used is a good analogy?
Yeah,
Does it put into kind of
I understand exactly what you're saying.
Context my fear of that?
Yes, and I understand your desire for a new Rainbow Coalition.
Because I think that would just help prevent that part.
Right. It doesn't, though.
And that's fair.
Right. And so it's one of these situations.
Welcome back to Two Black Men Getting Defeated on the podcast. where you watch the hope leave our eyes. Welcome back as we learn we are helpless in this cold world.
we here's what we do. We be human, we do our best, we protect our people, and we try to enjoy our lives while we do it.
And I fully agree. The only thing is,
and we pray to God.
Yes, that's hilarious. Is that I want there to be more of our people that they don't want to hurt.
That's going to be tough, because the only way to make that happen is if keep our people stupid. Yep. Otherwise, they're going to want to hurt us.
Yep.
Because that's what they are.
Yep.
And I know this is a dour way, because I do have to get ready to go. I know this is a dour way to end the podcast, but like...
This is the podcast. I have talked about myself the least on this podcast.
How does that make you feel?
Growth. I would love to talk about myself, but...
You're like you're 5 times deep in this at this point.
Yes, I am.
Is it 5?
I don't know.
I'll check later.
It's a lot, though.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
How many podcasts we done? A lot. Sorry.
We'll do it again.
I don't know why I did that.
How about this? Let's end it like this, because I know we've already done the 5 years in the future thing with you, right?
Yeah.
And it has not been 5 years.
Nope.
So what do you predict is going to happen to America? Tell America, what do you think is going to happen? Not what you want, what you think is going to happen.
Black people will be fine.
Okay. Let's take this picture.
I want to say something about me before we leave.
Go ahead. Say something about you.
I don't know. You got to ask me a question, and then I'll say something about
Are you happy?
I am much happier. And I think that happiness is fleeting and that it's an emotion. One of the dumbest, gayest things I've ever heard, but it is so true, is that they're called emotions because they are constantly in motion.
Yeah, we should have stopped at the other
It's
one.
gay, but it's really applicable.
Is it gay or is it stupid?
I don't mean gay as I meant gay as how I used to say it in middle school. Sorry to the gay people that were like, that is not
Yeah,
homoerotic
Mr.
at
Rainbow
all.
Coalition ass.
Yep. Sorry, but you get what I mean. That shit
Also,
sounded gay.
That's another reason why that Rainbow Coalition doesn't work.
What? Because niggas get sensitive? What, nigga, when we're all fighting for our fucking lives, if a nigga goes like, damn, my gun jammed, that shit gay as hell. I don't think that a gay person's going to be like, I'm out of the group. I'm out of the group.
But you see what I mean, though? Like, this is too many different belief systems.
No. That was beautiful. That truly was beautiful. And if I didn't give you your props then, I loved that. I did, because I said go back to that because you're cooking with that. Remember?
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. But genuinely, happiness is an emotion. It's constantly fleeting. What I'm working on is more internal peace and keeping space for myself. And then continuing, and I have this written down on my board, continuing to be kind-spirited. And so if I can say anything, everyone can be trained to be nice. Kind is authentic. Be kind. Keep space for yourself. Work hard. Be gracious. I'm working on that last part. I'm not gracious at all. But love.
Cool. Let's take this picture.
Yeah.